Hey everybody, Elliot here in Takamatsu. It's a bit of an overcast day, may start raining at some point, but it is what it is. And I'm on my way at the moment to Ritsurin Garden. It's around about 10 past 11, I believe. And I've taken a bit of time this morning just to go through, finish editing a bunch of shorts and stuff, and also some of the previous vlogs and getting them uploaded. So should be another one coming out tonight. Yeah, Ritsurin Garden is my first stop. I think there's a small entry fee for that, but I think it should be like probably about 570 yen or something. Probably not dissimilar to when I went to Date Masamune's grave. Yeah, apparently it's really beautiful, so looking forward to seeing that. After that, my plan is to walk to a local train station and get a train to Sanuki, which should be cool. From there, I'll go and get some Sanuki Udon. I might see if I can actually find my way to the restaurant that my brother and I originally went to all those years ago, which, you know, would be really cool if I managed to find it. I think I've got an idea of a general location, so yeah, I'll give it a look. After that is to get back onto the trains at the train station that I get off at, and then ride one stop to Orange Town, where I hope to recreate that old photo and kind of just see that. And you know, it's not a touristy destination at all or anything, but it has, you know, personal sentiments to myself. And then after that, I'm going to get the train back to Takamatsu, and I'll actually ride it all the way back to the station with the Shinkansen and stuff. Just because right by there is the Takamatsu Castle, which is a sea castle, which is pretty cool, pretty interesting. And then after that, I'll probably just walk to the Pokemon Center again, pick up some more packs of Inferno X. I don't think I'll go for the Mega Symphonia or Mega Brave. I'll pick up some more Terrestrial Festival, although I have not actually had anything really good from it yet. I think the most valuable card that I've pulled from it is like ATP or something. And yeah, I think on every single pack that I've opened of that, I have not recouped the cost. So, you know, I'm still hoping for a Moonbryon or something. Either way, that I think will be the majority of the plans for today. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do for dinner. I'll see how hungry I feel after getting the Sanuki Udon. And yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll go for some gyudon or something, nice and cheap. I've also spent a bit of time planning out my next stops and stuff, and looking at the prices of hotels in various areas, and the prices are going up around south, I must say, because trying to stay in Hiroshima, Fukuoka, bloody expensive. And then looking further on at when I leave Kobe and go to like the Osaka, Kyoto, Nara regions and stuff. I think Osaka wasn't too bad. I found a place for quite cheap there, but Kyoto, bloody expensive. And then I'm planning on going up north from there and kind of going to the Okayama region and stuff. And I think Okayama Toyama wasn't too expensive, so I think I might stay there for the night, which is where my cousin Chip's wife Tamami is originally from, so I do want to visit that. And then after that it's Niigata, and I think Niigata is not going to be too expensive, so I think I'll probably round off my trip with a JR pass by spending a few days in Niigata, and that way I can also go to the sake vending machines and you know, have a bit of fun there, because I've not been doing too much drinking whilst on this trip, mostly because I've been at a bit of a breakneck pace. I'm going to walk this way, because Ritsurin Gardens this way. I'm just not sure if I'm lined up to enter directly into it. But yeah. So I think spend a few days there, and then get the train back to Tokyo on the 27th to start spending my 2 weeks staying with Chip and Tamami, which I can't wait. That's going to be really cool. So yeah, I'll sign off for now. Tune back in with you guys when I've gotten to Ritsurin Gardens, which probably isn't that far away. And yeah, wish me luck, guys. Bye. Okay guys, I've just entered Ritsurin Garden from just there. The ticket counter is just here, and I'll take you guys on a little tour. We've got this right here, shows the wild birds in the area. I can't read the Japanese, but it looks like there's a lot of finches and stuff. Some cranes. Yeah, should be cool. So, this is the East Gate entrance, I believe. And I think I'm probably gonna leave via the North Gate entrance. So I'm gonna turn to my left, go down south a bit to tour around, and then make my way back around to go up north to leave that way. So you can kind of see here, the route that I'm planning to take is kind of up here, along here, down here, all around here, pop back into the center there, and then up around here, and then probably down this way, and then up here, and then back through. So that's my plan. It looks pretty expansive. The cost of the entry was 500 yen, so about £2.50. So really nothing to complain about there at all. Especially to be able to enter such a large area of curated beauty, with the backdrop of the mountain there with all the forest. Really, this is quite spectacular. So I believe that's the Sanuki Folk Craft Museum there. Perhaps I will pop in. And I got this little English guide as well, though to be honest I might read through that later on, just so that I've got the free space in my hands to check out. There we go. Bring out the aspect ratio a bit to show off a bit more of the scenery. Even though it's overcast, it's not raining, and I think that's, you know, trapping in the warmth a little bit, because it feels quite nice. Not bad at all. I'm not sure what all these paper cones are about. Perhaps they have like little saplings or something in them, or you know, I'll go and have a look. No, I think they're just bins. Okay. Now it says South Garden recommended courses this way, so you know what? I'll follow the recommendation, and maybe I end up doubling back on myself a little bit. But this is pretty cool. Looks like there's a little viewing spot just here. So why don't I pop to that? Oh, there's loads of carp just there. Literally hanging out right at this spot. Gorgeous, massive as well. If I take myself down, there you go. Get a nice little view there. Hello, buddies. They're just ready for some food to be thrown in. I'm sorry, guys. I've not bought any food. Yeah, this is a lovely walkway through these trees. Gorgeous. Just gonna grab out my little camera stick. And try and clip the video into that, well, the camera even, without causing too much issue. It's a little shop there selling ice cream. Wow. Hoko Pond. The largest pond. That's cool. Oh, and you can see the little fishes there. Perhaps zoom in. Nice little bridge here. Looks like it's being repainted. Lots of carp hanging around it. Lovely. There we go. And actually the South Garden recommended course is this way. So I will go this way. Why not? I'll take their recommendations. I think the likelihood is that this will be a separate vlog from the one that I recorded yesterday, which I don't think will be very long. It'll only be like 23 minutes, so perhaps that'll be preferential to some people. So the plan I've made has already gone basically completely out the window. And you know what, I'm going to step off of the recommended course now. Maybe that's a good thing, maybe that's a bad thing. Looks like this is a spot where you can walk on. There's some benches over there and stuff. I do love these Japanese gardens. They're really quite spectacular. I remember when I was in Kyoto in the past, which I think I'll only really get a brief stop off at this time, if even that, just because of the timings of all the trains. I'm still working it out a little bit, but the old Imperial Gardens and stuff there was beautiful, really beautiful. So apologies if I can't spend too much time or get there. I think Hiroshima as well is probably going to be a very brief stop off for me. Just the timings of everything working out. But basically my plan is, because that's all happening tomorrow, is to go. Oh, just work out. I think we've got to the right here. Yeah, I think the plan is tomorrow to have a very brief stop off in Hiroshima. Depending on the timing, I may visit the castle, which I did before, but I'm sure it'll be a good experience again. Ooh, this is a nice little spot here. I won't disturb these people. I'll just... Yeah, lovely. Good viewing. Pop myself back down here. Now the benefit for me is obviously, because I'm capturing this stuff on video, I can re-watch it in the future. It doesn't quite compare to being here in person and taking in all the sights yourself. And perhaps I'm going through these at a breakneck pace, you know. But I don't mind. I'm enjoying it. Looks like there's boat rides that you can get. As much as I might like to, I think I'll pass on that. So it does look really cool. And you need to purchase at the ticket counter for the boat ride as well, which I did not do. That's cool. There's so many fish there. That golden one is awesome. Is it going to evolve into a red Gyarados? And then, okay, so we're at the side here. Oh, maybe this is the ticket counter for boat rides. Yeah, it is. Okay. So if I wanted to, I could do that. Not sure how much it is, but I think I'm okay. Oh, this is cute. Lovely. Yeah, so Hiroshima. I mean, I'm definitely going to pop to the Pokemon Center there because it's literally right by, if not in the train station. You know, that kind of grounds area. But I may pop to the castle because it's also quite nearby. And then I'm off to Fukuoka, where I won't actually be spending the night there. No, I want to go this way. I think there's a little viewing spot just here. And it looks quite populated with people over there. Yeah, so the Pokemon Center in Hiroshima, and then to Fukuoka, where again there's a Pokemon Center, and it's right by where the oh, this is a good spot. Yeah, it's right by where the train station is. And then I actually want to find my way to this place called Garden Bar, which I may have mentioned before, but when Lucas and I arrived in Fukuoka, oh yeah, this is a good spot. Get on the bridge and get some nice shots here. Wow. Loads of carp there. I think they're being fed. I think you can possibly buy some feed. And that's placed just there. That's really pretty. And then over here, you can see there's a bunch of people in one of the boats doing a boat tour. And some people doing some maintenance work over there, pruning the trees. This is lovely. Really cool. I'll just stay here for a moment longer. And you know what? This will make for a good thumbnail, I'm sure. I'll carry on here. I waited for them to be done with their photo before moving on. They were just setting up for another one, but I got there before they started capturing, so. Yeah, what was I saying? Fukuoka Garden Bar. Yeah, so literally, it was quite close to where the theatre is. But, you know, it's a little shipping container in a parking lot, and it seems like it's still open. And when Lucas and I went to Fukuoka in the past, we were having difficulty finding anywhere to stay because we were trying to book it on the same day, and like none of our dorms and hostels and stuff had any space. So I had a nap in a park, and Lucas woke me up saying, hey, I found a cool bar. We should go there. So we went there and had a brilliant time. You know, I got chatting with a bunch of salary guys, you know, 2 salary men who were next to me. And, you know, all the patrons of the bar were really interesting and really cool. And the owner actually gave us a massive bottle of sake, which I have a picture of myself next to, and I'm really sunburnt. And the bottle was huge. And they said, when you come back in the future, it'll be waiting for you. Now, I kind of doubt that they'll still have it because, you know, that was like 8 years ago or something. But if they do still have it, oh, that'd be awesome. And regardless, I want to spend a bit of time there and get a drink. So that opens at 5:30, I think. And so the plan is to spend a bit of time there, have a bit of food at the bar and some drink. And then I'm going to carry on, and I can't even remember the name of the place, but a couple of Shinkansen stops away, there's another spot which is between... Konnichiwa. It's between Fukuoka and Kumamoto, and spending the night there was a lot cheaper. So the plan is literally just to go there. I think it's a private room, but it's got a shared bathroom, which is nice. This is lovely, a little viewing spot you can see there. And then the following day after that, I'll be going to Kumamoto. And I think it's 3 or 4 nights that I've booked there. Which, I think it's 3 nights, but that gives me 2 full days with which to try and find, no, I'm going to keep on going this way. 2 full days to try and find all of, or as many of the One Piece statues as I possibly can. And I know that some of them are relatively far out there. And also, the time of year as well, it's one of the worst ones for encountering bears and stuff. Obviously it's getting close to their hibernation period, you know, so they're going to be active, they're going to be out looking for some food to hunker down with so they can get through the winter. Let me just move myself to the side here. Konnichiwa. There we go. Narrow paths. Welcome. Welcome, have a good day. Yeah, so that's the plan. Dead end 100 meters ahead. Okay, I won't bother going down that way then. Yeah, I mean, I think that the Usopp statue, for example, could be in a bit of a dangerous location because it's at the base of Mount Aso, but I think because it's a bit more, you know, it'll be located in a spot which may be a bit more travelled to, a bit more frequented, and, you know, should be staffed. Wow. Arigatou gozaimasu. You know, perhaps it'll be safe and free from the bears. Yeah, so if there's any that I can't make it to because of that, it is what it is. Just give me another reason to come at another time of year when the bears aren't so active. And this is probably, Kumamoto is probably one of the stops where my bank balance is going to get hurt a bit more. Okay, I need to concentrate for walking over this. I do not want to end up in the drink per se. So sorry if the footage is a little bit crap from here. I'm not paying attention to the screen. I'm paying attention to the feet. Oh, there we go. Really interesting walkway that. Very cool. Okay, so I've ended up here. I think the little observation area and stuff is over there. Yeah, I think you can buy exclusive figurines that, you know, the money helps raise funds for earthquake relief and stuff, or just disaster relief in the area. I think each of the figurines is 5,500 yen, so £27.50. Needless to say, if I get all 10, that's a bit of money. That's, you know, 55,000 yen, 275 quid or something. But hey, you only live once, and I think it's a good, you know, good thing to support the relief there. And also exclusive One Piece figurines, that would be a great thing to add to my collection. Now this is really cool. I didn't know this was here. A lovely waterfall just appearing out of nowhere. It's a man-made waterfall, built in the Edo period to impress the feudal lord as he travelled this area. Well, it is impressive. In fact, knowing that it's man-made is kind of even more impressive, because, you know, having to trek up this, you know, rugged area and actually diverting the water and everything, that's quite remarkable. And it fits in beautifully with the scenery. You know, if I looked at that, I would not think that it was man-made. So very well done. Okay. Keep on going. These are very expansive grounds. definitely worth 500 yen. Oh, that's cool. Lovely. Beautiful little garden. Somebody's taking care of it just there. So it seems this is open to the public on some days, but not all days. And I think today isn't one of those days, it seems. But that's fine. So it's a tea house, okay. Ah, very cool. It's a nice little tranquil bit of water with a bunch of lilies and stuff. Very nice. I don't know if I've seen any birds yet, to be honest. Perhaps there have been birds around and I've just not spotted them. Some more carps just there. Very cute. Okay. Carrying on. I think now I'll start approaching the north side of the gardens. And yeah, I'm definitely going to make these into a separate vlog. A 28-minute one will, you know, be dwarfed in length compared to this. I think up here is a little viewing spot. I may as well pop up for a moment. Lovely. Seems like a good place to spend a bit of time to relax and recoup. Ranka Seikoku Cave. Said that this cave seen on the opposite bank was once used by the successive feudal lords Takamatsu to escape the summer heat and enjoy an engrossing game of Go. Oh, Lucas would love that. So I can't exactly see this cave. So perhaps any of you can. It seems like it's covered by the foliage, but I think those stones there, let me zoom in, maybe like where the opening to it is. I suppose you could take that little raft to get over there. Obviously not the original raft or anything, but I think maybe that's just there, how they'd get across and stuff. That's really cool. Nice spot to play Go. Perhaps as I come along the side of this, I might get a better view of that cave. Yeah, my brother Lucas absolutely loves Go. One of our favourite anime series and stuff actually is Hikaru no Go, which people may not have heard of, but was really good, really heartfelt. Oh, I can see some birds there. There's a heron or a crane or something as well. Oh, it's flying off. In fact, it's just flown closer. Change the zoom. There it is. Gorgeous. It may fly off soon because there's some people getting close. Lovely, very photogenic. Seems it doesn't mind the people around at all. Very calm. Okay, I'm going to keep on going. Seems like it's looking over in this direction where it was. Maybe the noises that man is making is attracting it somewhat. You know what, let's zoom in again here. Wow. gorgeous. What a poser. Okay, I'm going to keep on going. Perhaps as I come around here, before he flies off, I can get a bit closer and get a slightly nicer shot. Oh. Approach slowly. Oh, he's flying off. Where is he going to settle? Looks like he's settled up in the trees over there. Really cool. No, I'm not sure where he's gone now. Oh, yes, he's up in that tree in the branches there. Can't really get a good view of him at all though. A lot of cute ducks there. Ooh. A lonesome carp swimming by itself. I'm sure he's got some mates somewhere. Okay, let's keep on going. Yeah, really looking forwards to doing this little trek to Sanuki and Orange Town. You can actually get Sanuki Udon, I think, basically all over Japan. Although Takamatsu, I think, has a particularly large collection of restaurants for it and stuff. But Lucas and I, we wanted to go to the original, original place. And now, I would quite like to revisit that same place if possible. Because we had a lovely time there. Okay, so I think there's the museum that we saw before. So now I think we'll be entering into the northern part of the gardens, which is cool. As you can see, I've already spent about almost half an hour on just this portion of the video. Well, as much as I want to cross that, I don't want to fall into the water. Although it's very shallow. At least here. Wow. Obviously at a different time of year, all of these would look a little bit less dead. But it's November. Nature is doing its thing, it's running its course. It does look a little bit morbid now though, with all those dead kind of plants. I'm surprised by how much is still green here. I've outrun a lot of the colour changing, it seems, by this point, which was to be expected. Oh, I think there's a sign there saying about hornets. I may have even seen one before flying past. Thankfully, it didn't seem to be too attracted to me. Okay, so this is quite nice here. Just calm. Lovely. We can hear the sounds of the city right by us at this point. So I believe just further up north there will be the main exit, which is, yeah, you can even, I don't know, maybe you guys can't hear that, but I can hear the train tracks. So that's cool. Don't think that's part of the scenic viewing experience. I think that's just an access route for maintenance vehicles and stuff. The wall's quite nice. And all the forest. There's a very tall tree there. Lovely. I think that's saying about... Is that the hornets again? Probably. It's got a restroom there. This is, I think, the regular northern entrance. So just out there will be back out to Takamatsu city proper, and the train line which I'll be going to. Oh, this is cool. No idea what it says at all. But it's very tall, very interesting. I'll just do a small little loop here, because I think I've not seen these bits yet. So I'm gonna walk along here and then across that bridge there, by the plum orchard, and then back across. I think that's a good shout. Get in as much of it as I can. Yeah. I think I've had a good view of this stuff. I went across that bridge. Yeah, I've done well. I've covered a fair bit of it. Okay, so I'll carry on this way. Find my way to the pond that's over there, and then loop back on myself and make my exit. Needless to say, this is going to be a long vlog, guys. Don't be afraid to put it to 2 times speed or skip ahead to the more interesting bits for yourselves. It's a-okay with me. Of course, I'd really appreciate it if people were to like, comment, subscribe. Don't feel shy about, commenting and stuff. You can say anything. I mean, don't hurl abuse at other people, but I can take abuse. Remember, all engagement is seen positively for the algorithm to me. So even if you want to say that I look like a gormless dick, I don't mind. It'll be seen as an engagement, But please don't call me a gormless dick. Getting out my anti-mozzie bracelet, a bit more open, just because I know there'll be a concentration of bugs around here. I've not really gotten bitten that much. Not sure if that's the bracelets doing their thing or not, but I think I've gotten bitten twice so far during my trip, and I don't think I can complain about that. It's beautiful. Hopefully I've not gotten dengue fever or anything from it. When you're traveling to Japan, you probably want to consult with your doctor and get some jabs and stuff. Unfortunately, I'm such a last minute person, but when I looked into doing that, it was only like a week before I was leaving, and I think for a few of the shots you kind of need to get 2 spaced out by like 2 or 3 weeks. So I was like, you know what, I didn't get any jabs last time I came out, I'll risk it again. Although this time I'm out for a much longer amount of time. But hey, hopefully my luck with that is better than my luck with opening up packs of stuff. In fact, I can see through there the road. I'm pretty sure that's the road that I was walking down earlier whilst making my bit of a vlog. Though you guys probably can't see it through the trees because of the lighting and everything. Okay, so I think I want to go down to the right here. There's that bridge. Yeah, there it is. Hello, ducks. Very vocal. Gorgeous. Just over here as well. Well, Ritzer Gardens. I think it's well worth a visit. Most definitely. I'll go down this way, although I can't get across there, but I think there'll be some good viewing. And there's a Buddhist deity enshrined here called Bishamonten, who is responsible for protecting the north. It is believed the deity has been enshrined here since the garden was first constructed. Wow. And that there's offerings of sake and stuff to him. Please continue to protect these gardens. They're very beautiful gardens. I think perhaps the plum orchard is around there or something, but I'm just going to come here, get a nice little view, and turn around on myself. Ooh, lovely. Stoop down low. Get a nice view from there. Brilliant. Well, I'm a big fan of this place. Very beautiful. I'm not as good at doing duck impressions as my mother used to be. She was really very good, especially like Donald Duck, or, you know, that kind of stuff. She was fantastic at it. But I think I've managed to inherit a small amount of my mother's imitation talents, though I really do mean a small amount, because she was very, very good. If any of my family are watching, I'm sure they could comment to collaborate my claims there, if they've stayed tuned to this point. I do not blame them if they have not. Lovely. I'm not gonna speed up this footage myself. I did that before with the Hokkaido. Oh, be careful of falling persimmons, it says here. I think the persimmons have probably already all fallen, so I don't think I need to be as careful of that myself anymore. Ooh, okay. It's a nice little spot here. But I think now it's time for me to loop back on myself, because there's the buildings from the museum and stuff. Grill. Which I guess would make this the plum orchard. I think. Again, it's out of season for them, but that's fine. Yeah, plum trees. And they leave weeds without cutting in this area in order to, I think, make the plums better, which is cool. Konnichiwa. Really nice. I think perhaps that little viewing spot was over there. That's cool. This is nice in and of itself just here. Wow. Yeah. If you click on the little cog wheel, you can always speed up the footage yourself throughout this portion, or just use the slider to see the thumbnails that stick out of pretty spots and check those out. But I think I'll probably stop recording in a second because it's getting up to the 40-minute mark on just this segment alone, and at this point you guys have already seen this spot as well. So I'll work out my train journey to Sanuki and my journey to find the food spot if I can. I'll probably include some footage out of the train of the window, out of the train of the window of the train, so long as I'm not disturbing any passengers opposite or by me. So yeah, thank you for watching up to this point. I'll see you in a bit. Bye. So I'm outside of a train station. I'm not sure if I should take those stairs there or these stairs here. I think it's those stairs there, but I've got a little bit of time. I'm pretty sure this is actually to a shrine just here, which is really interesting. It being right by the train line and stuff. They don't mind kind of cramming in stuff together. We've got this sign here, which I can't read. Some inus, some dogs, which look a bit fierce with their teeth. But I think they're protecting the shrine. Another dog there, and another dog there. Wow. So gorgeous. I don't think I can reach the train platform from there, so I'll go back down in a moment, but this is lovely. And I'll just stop the footage whilst I throw in some coins and make a little prayer. So, see you in a bit. Okay, so I've left the shrine behind, made a little prayer, and yeah, I'm outside the train station. There's a little ticket machine here, and a little signboard saying the times. So I think there's around about like 10 minutes or something until the next train. And I've double checked on Google and everything, and apparently my JR pass should work fine for this. I'm not sure if there's a gate or something to put my tickets through, but I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to jump the fare or anything. But I double checked, and this is the JR Kotoku line, and if it's a JR line, I believe it works, and according to Google, my JR pass covers this. So if anybody is Japanese and wants to let me know if I am indeed skipping a train fare, then, you know, please let me know. But yeah, so this route, actually, the train that's going to be coming next goes straight to Orangetown. I mean, it makes stops on the way, but I think that says please touch your IC card. I wonder if a JR pass will work on that. Otherwise, I think I'll just have to convince them. But no, the JR pass doesn't have some kind of chip or anything to read in it, but I'm sure it'll be okay. Worst comes to worst, I'll just need to explain to them and pay the fare, which I doubt will be too much. But yeah, there's the shrine just there, and here's the railway. But I'm thinking what I might do is actually ride straight to Orangetown, because then that gives a bit less hopping back and forth on the trains and stuff. So straight to Orangetown, have a look at the view, and then to Sanuki, stop off, try and grab some udon, try and see if I can find that place before. Hopefully it would still be open, because it's only like coming up towards 20 past 12, and it won't take me too long to do the stuff in Orangetown. So I suspect I'll probably get back to Sanuki for about 1 o'clock, maybe 1:30, which I think should be in good time, but maybe I'm wrong. Either way, I'm going to wait here for the train. See you in a bit. Bye.
お降りのお客様はお忘れ物のないように前の方へお移りください。立林に着きます。降り口は前側です。ドア付近のランプが点灯しましたら、ドア横の押しボタンでドアをお開けください。立林では、切符、運賃、整理券は運転士にお店の上、運賃箱へお入れください。運賃箱が閉まっている場合は、駅係員にお渡しください。お降りの際、切符や運賃は駅の改札口へお渡しください。まもなく北町に着きます。降り口は前側です。ドア付近のランプが点灯しましたら、ドア横の押しボタンでドアをお開けください。切符、運賃、整理券は運転士にお店の上、運賃箱へお入れください。定期券の場合は運転士にお見せください。運転士にお店の上、運賃箱へお入れください。定期券の場合は運転士にお見せください。ランプが点灯しましたら、ドア横の押しボタンでドアをお開けください。切符、運賃、整理券はつり革か手すりにおつかまりください。 シドに着きます。降り口は前側です。ドア付近のランプが点灯しましたら、ドア横の押しボタンでドアをお開けください。シドでは切符、運賃、整理券は運転手にお店の上、運賃箱へお入れください。運賃箱が閉まっている場合は、駅係員にお渡しください。お降りの際、切符や運賃は駅の改札口へお渡しください。
I believe this is around where Lucas and I got off the previous time, although perhaps it would have been a different track. Looks like a lot of people are getting off at this stop, but it may have been on a slightly different track because I know there's another kind of like more local one that's not JR operated but runs around here as well. But I'm pretty sure that this is where Lucas and I would have gotten off and then made our way to find our Sanuki Udon. So I'm going to keep on riding to Orangetown, especially as you get off, you leave by the front and the conductor is just there, and you need to show him your ticket to get off. So I'm going to get off last and, you know, at Orangetown where this service terminates. So if there's any confusion about my JR pass, or if I need to pay money to make sure that I cover, you know, a train ticket that I should have gotten or something, I can sort that out with him without disturbing anybody else. So I think it should be fine with the JR pass, but we'll find out. Google can be wrong. I think we're probably actually skirting around the mountain that Lucas and I climbed over, which would be on the left here. Yeah, you can see. This is ringing a bell. I remember seeing that large body of water. Orangetown. Alright guys, I'll see you in a bit. I'll stop recording so that I can get off the train and sort out the thing with the ticket. But just up here, Orangetown. I'm really looking forward to recreating that photo. See you in a bit. Bye. Okay guys, I've arrived at Orangetown and this is quite nostalgic and crazy. So when Lucas and I were getting on here, I'm pretty sure this station was like brand new. And now I'm revisiting 8 years ago and obviously it's experienced some dilapidation. Not that I'm trying to neg it or anything, you know. But I remember there being a vending machine down here in the past. Because I remember it being really, really hot. Because obviously we were here in July. And so coming down here and finding the vending machine down there. Or perhaps it was up here, but I'm pretty sure it was down below. But that was a godsend. You know? I remember using some of the few yen that we had at the time to pay for a drink. Wow. I know for a lot of people, this isn't going to be the most exciting part of the trip or anything, but for me, it comes with a lot of nostalgia, you know, a lot of wistfulness of that time and my youth, because I was 22 back then. It's a view down there. You can even see out to the sea. Everything's built up. Now I remember this bit was a little bit built up when Lucas and I came before. Not, you know, it wasn't completely built, but there were more houses here than there were at the other spots. I believe I want to kind of go this way and then to the left. Wow. This feels a little bit surreal to me. And I mean, you know, it's probably very mundane to the people who live here, you know. They may be wondering, why is there this weird guy walking around filming this spot, and, you know, looking quite excited about it, but little do they know. Oh, right, I'm just gonna stop the video and check Google Maps, just see, because I may need to go up there or I may need to go this way. So I'll be back soon. I didn't need to go up that bit of a mountain, which is a relief. I didn't think this was the case. I just need to walk down this way. I think it will take me a little bit uphill, but that's fine. And then I can get to the Orangetown sign. I'll go to the same spot where we got a photo before. And yeah, there's a lot more houses built up here now. I don't remember there being like any on this bit, because I actually kind of remember walking along here and looking down and seeing the train station, being, oh, sweet relief, you know. Wow. Obviously, still space for more houses to be built. Yeah. Fucking attacked by a horse or some big bug. That's why the camera went all wobbly there. Literally tried to fly into my ear or some shit. Thankfully, I've got all this hair to protect me, so I don't think I was stung. But I do need to watch out, evidently. Now that's another reason why having long hair is a good thing, you know? Protects you from the bugs getting at your precious skin. Honestly, felt like a big meaty bastard though. Wow. Obviously I was thinking, you don't belong here. Little did it know. And well, keep an eye on my left ear, just in case I did actually get stung by it and it starts swelling up horrifically. But wow, okay. All of these houses, none of these were built when I was here before. Oh, but it looks like there's still room for more construction. And here we are. The Orangetown sign. Amazing. Obviously, it's had a bit of a growth happen over it over years. Not as many houses as I anticipated to see built up here now. But that right there, that's the spot that Lucas and I took the photo from originally. Or photos. Wow. I'm not sure if I'll be able to find the exact restaurant that we got Sanuki Udon at before. I hope I do. But I've been looking on Tabelog and on Google Maps, and I'm not seeing it, and I can't remember exactly where it was. I even looked at old footage from that trip, and unfortunately I didn't capture the exterior of it. I only captured the interior. Yeah, all of these houses, none of them were built before. Or I think maybe one. Maybe like one or two of them were. This is great. Yeah, literally, we came all this way up this mountain, you know, which I think is a few hundred meters, at least. And this was right when we kind of like crested the highest part of it that we got to. And then we came down here, and we're like, blessed, we're going downhill. We could see the water over there, and I was like, if I'm right, the train station should be just around there. Wow. Yeah. And literally right at this spot, we got our pictures with us and the Orange Town thing. So I'm going to set up my stand and get a picture of myself in front of a sign and try and frame it as much as I can, like the old ones. See you in a bit. Hey guys, so I've just finished my little photo shoot there. I accidentally took a few videos, which I'll probably just delete. Heading back down now. Where the pink car is, there is a lovely lady who, as I was setting up my shot, she pulled in because her house is just there, and I saw her kind of looking at me and, you know, what's going on there? So I went up and had a little conversation with her, and she used me to practice her English a bit because she had just come back from an English class. And you know, really lovely lady called Keiko-san. And you know, I explained to her I was here 8 years ago. You know, I was hitchhiking and stuff, and she seemed a bit surprised to hear that. And just after I was done taking my photo, she came out and she wanted to offer me to show me around a bit, which is a really, really kind offer, and I do really appreciate it. But to be honest, I've already seen around here a bit because I was here years ago. Konnichiwa. Yeah, I've already seen around here a fair bit, although it's certainly built up now. But the plan is to go to Sanuki and get some Sanuki Udon, and I didn't want to disrupt her too much. She said she was free, but I mean, perhaps it wasn't the right thing to do to refuse, but I didn't want to impose too much, and you know, I've kind of got an idea of where I kind of want to go, but I don't think that I could convey that well. So hopefully I've not committed a faux pas or anything. I'm gonna keep my hair over my ears whilst I pass by this bit, because I'm getting close to where that bug tried to attack me, and I'll keep the focus on my face just in case it comes in again, so we can try and identify what the fucker is. But I think my ear looks fine, so I don't think it managed to tag me. It may not have been a hornet, it could have just been like a big cicada or something, you know, that was kind of saying, hey, get the fuck away from my tree, you know? But I'm interested to see if I'll get smacked about again, and whether I can capture it on camera. So
I've got my eyes peeled. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye out for you. So it was right around here, I believe, as I was going past these trees, just to my side. No, nothing as of yet. I thought I heard something there, but no. Okay, it wouldn't happen again. I mean, I don't know, part of me was kind of hoping that it would happen so I could show you guys and maybe see for myself what it was, but then I guess a part of me probably didn't want it to happen again, because if it was a hornet or some shit, I don't really want to tangle with one of them. That would be a recipe for disaster, I think. Either way, this has been my own personal little pilgrimage, this bit, and it's not complete yet until I can get to Sanuki and try some Sanuki udon. Hello, doggy. I can't even quite see him, but I could hear him. Yeah. Super quiet here. People probably have no idea why I'm walking around, aside from maybe Keiko-san. But yeah, this is very meaningful to me. Either way, I will tune out for now as I'm getting close to the train station, and I'll find out what time the trains are when I'll get to Sanuki, because it's 1:15 now. It should probably only be like five minutes or something on the train to get there, maybe a bit longer. So half one or something, a bit earlier than that. Hopefully the restaurants will still be open. I think I saw one on Tabelog is really quite cheap, and seems to be open until late. So if worse comes to worse and I can't find the original spot, I can go there at least. But I would really love it if I could find the original spot. That would be a special way to top this off. Either way, I'll include, I forgot to mention it before as I was walking away, I was too busy talking about my encounter with Keiko-san, but I recreated the photos. So I'll put up now the original, and now I'll put up the recreation. And I think I just arrived just as the train to Sanuki, well, back, has just departed, because I just saw a train take off going in that direction. But then this train's just arrived, which is a JR one. So perhaps this is my route back. Either way, no, it's carrying on. That's fine. Not a problem. I'll wait for the next one. It ain't an issue for me. See you in a bit, guys. Bye. So, as that train was leaving, I've just sat down and I've realised the next train isn't for 1 hour, which, you know, it's not too bad. But it does mean that the timings for the lunch gets a bit more tight, as I know a lot of places close around about like 2-3 o'clock for lunch. So perhaps that place may still be around, but I may miss it, unfortunately, because of my time in there. But that's, hey, sometimes that's how life works out. And regardless, I've managed to make it here, managed to recreate that photo. So that's all good. Either way, I'm gonna find a spot to have a cigarette without disturbing anybody. And thankfully I've still got that pouch that I was given, so I don't need to litter any cigarette butts or anything. To be honest, even if I didn't have that pouch, I'd put them into my back pocket once I stuffed them out and stuff anyways, so as not to litter them.
the pouch just makes it nice because it seals it in there and kind of, you know, gets rid of the smell a bit and stuff. Either way, I will tune in with you guys when I'm in Sanuki. Bye.
Elliot here, and I've arrived at Bushido Station in Sanuki. And actually, right here, this is where Lucas and I got off our train when we first arrived in Sanuki. So this isn't the JR line, so my JR pass won't work on it, which it does for the other ones. And so we went wandering around here and we found our way to the library. And at the library we kind of asked around, you know, does anybody know where we can get Sanuki Udon? And we got directed by this really nice lady who was pregnant at the time. So her child must be like 7 or 8 years old now. You know, hopefully they're doing well. And yeah, unfortunately, for the life of me, I cannot remember where that restaurant was. But I'm gonna have a look around. Gonna have a bit of a walk and see. I think it was near the seaside. So, I mean, for all I know, the place could have shut down, but I hope not. So as far as I remember, the library was somewhere around here, if I remember correctly. In fact, this might be it. And yeah, I think this is the library. And then, you see, something in my mind is telling me that we actually went right here. But I don't know. I'll have a look. Yeah, this is definitely the library right here, where Lucas and I went to find out where there was Sanuki Udon. Yeah. Crazy. But then something tells me that it may have been that way. Which, for all I know, maybe it is that restaurant that I saw recommended on Tabelog. But I'm going to go down this way anyways, because I get the feeling that it may have been this place. Wow. Today, I don't know, I'm feeling very nostalgic and wistful, I think I mentioned before. Because it was so many years ago that I was travelling this. I was a slimmer guy back then as well. You can probably see from the comparison photos. My belly has become a fair bit more prominent. I need to work out. I don't say work out more, I just mean I need to work out. I don't. But yeah, I think I'm going to check out down here, because there's a chance that it was this place that's coming up here. And if it's not that, then I'll turn around and I'll walk in that direction and see if I can find it somewhere. But I'll poke my head in, and if it resembles in any way the place that I went to before, then I'd be overjoyed at discovering the same location, retreading my footsteps. Yeah. I don't know, it could be. I'm not sure. I don't think it is. There's no cars coming. No, it wasn't this place. But okay, that's fine. I'll head in this direction ahead of me, because when I was walking past that library I just mentioned, but I had the feeling that we went to the right instead. So maybe somewhere around here I can find that same restaurant that I went to. If I can't, it's okay. Oh, you know, I'll chalk it up to another reason to come back here in the future. But as it stands, just walking around these streets is giving me a blast from the past. I don't know if anybody else is appreciating this as much as I am, but I don't know. It was a hectic trip back when I came before. I had next to no money and I was paying for myself and my brother. The idea was that he would busk, beatbox and stuff, and that would be his way of earning money. But he had some difficulty becoming self-sufficient whilst we were travelling together. I think he only really managed to after I'd left in Osaka. So money was very tight. I was having to budget everything super. I mean, I've talked about my budget for this trip and stuff basically being my bank account, but believe me, I've got a lot more wiggle room than I did back then. And the economy in Japan was stronger back then as well, so I think it was like 160 yen to the pound or something, and now of course it's like 200. This stuff isn't ringing a bell for me at the moment, but I'm enjoying it. Some lovely old buildings here. Oh well. Wow. That place looks like it's seen better days. But that's the nature of things. Things get old and they start to break down, like my body. I say that I'm 30 years old. It's not quite time for my midlife crisis just yet. Not sure what I've got planned for it yet. Can't afford a supercar. But yeah, wow. Alright guys, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find this place, unfortunately, but them's the breaks. It's fine. I'll look on Tabalog for that restaurant that was recommended, because for all I know, maybe it's the same place and it's just, you know, gotten updated a bit. But wow, I don't know, this probably isn't the most interesting for the viewers back home and stuff, but for me it's really very nostalgic. Oh boy, I'll tune out now. When next you see me, I should be having some Sanuki Udon, which I'm sure will be good. See you in a bit. Bye. Hey guys, I couldn't find the spot. I looked on Google Maps, I looked on Tabalog. Unfortunately, it couldn't be found, but I'm hoping that the place hasn't closed and that it's just because of the time that I've come, or that it just doesn't have that much of an online presence or something, because it was really a lovely spot with some lovely people who helped us out. But I'm going to take Tabalog's recommendation and I'm going to go to Hanamaru, which I believe is quite cheap eats, but it should be good. And they serve udon and stuff. And it's in Sanuki, so it's Sanuki udon, right? Now, I'm not sure if this Hanamaru place will have hand-cut, you know, made in the store udon noodles, because I'm pretty sure the place that we went to before did, and they were wonderful. But if it's good enough for the, you know, locals of this area, then I'm sure it'll be good enough for me. But yeah, so this is Shido in Sanuki. And I mean, the time at the moment is about 20 to 3. So I'll see what the timings are like after I'm done with my meal, because I may spend a bit more time here. I know there's a temple that's over in that direction, which could be interesting to go to, but I don't want to miss out on the Takamatsu castle, which I think may shut at 5. So it really depends on, pardon me, hiccup. It really depends on the timings of the train and stuff, and how long I take to eat. But I think, yeah, this is it. Sanuki Udon Hanamaru. Cool. Okay. Well, this is where I'm gonna have some food, and I'm sure it'll be really good. I may record that. Either way, see you in a bit. Bye. Okay guys, I'm in the restaurant. Oh, arigatou gozaimasu. Just been handed water as well, which is very kind. And I have here my large bowl of udon noodles with beef. Comes with 2 eggs as well, which was really not a bad price for that. It was 1,120 yen. I mean, I've got myself some additionals as well. So I got myself a beef skewer, some shirataki, I think they're noodles or perhaps konnyaku, and some of the broth with that. And then I've got myself some Japanese fried chicken karaage, some more chicken there, and this is squid too. So I'm gonna dig into this, and I'm sure it'll be really good. I'm just gonna set up the camera to see if I can set this up as a little bit of a mukbang, because it's not too busy in here. So yeah, I'm sure it'll be really good. See you in a bit. Okay guys, starting off, and I think I'm gonna try some of the fried chicken first. So I'll start off with karaage. There's some sauces which I grabbed, which I'm not sure what they are, so I'll give them a try. Not sure what this is, but I'll force them out and I'll dip into it. It's quite thick. Let's give it a try. Karaage. Butterfingers. I usually feel like I'm alright with chopsticks, but no, it's nice. I'm not too sure what the sauce is, but it's slightly sweet. Maybe like an okonomiyaki sauce or something like that. And this, I think that's probably just mustard. So I'll try a bit of that. But mustard's usually not my favourite. When in Rome. No, that's just mustard. But not too bad. I really quite like this thick brown sauce, so I'll go for more of that. whole thing cost me 1,970 yen. So that's less than £10 for a really good amount of food. Nice. Lightly battered. That's lovely. I'll finish off this chicken and then I'll get to the udon noodles. So I need to crack and peel the eggs. Having difficulty. There we go. Oh, lovely. Those came out really easily. I said that I've only cracked one of them yet. So just on the side of a bowl works best. Wow. Just, there you go, you can see them there. In fact, I'll break one. Camera pointing so you can see. Look at that egg yolk. Oh, now that's jammy. I'm feeling jammy. Let's pop that to the side and let's bring this bowl closer to myself. Oh, these udon noodles look good. Maybe they are made here. I've got to be honest, the decor in here, it's quite similar to where we ate before. It's not the same place. Oh, those are good. They've got a really satisfying chew to them. Got some of the beef here. Lovely. Some onion. There's no crunch to the onion at all, it's super soft because it's obviously been cooked for a long time. Oh, that's nice. Mix in the egg a bit with that. Get a bit of the beef. Oh, I'm trying to get a small amount, there we go. Dip that in with the egg. That's really satisfying. No. Remember guys, slurping isn't impolite in Japan. It's what you're supposed to do. So, sorry if it offends your English sensibilities for me to be slurping this. I know my mum always used to get really annoyed at me slurping my noodles. I'd be like, no mum, it's what you're supposed to do with ramen. I'm going to try a bit of this beef skewer now. Not bad. It is a little lacking in flavour. It's not bad. And then there's this, which I'm not sure if it's made from like mushrooms or if it's a noodle thing, but I mean, it feels like noodles. Maybe it's konnyaku or something, but it's got a different, satisfying kind of bite to it. Wow. I don't think I've bitten off more than I can chew, even though I went for a large and a bunch of different toppings too. But really a good price. Okay guys, now I'll try the squid tempura and then I'll sign off so that I can just annihilate the rest of this meal. The squid tempura. The squid isn't overcooked in the slightest. There's no rubberiness to it. It just tastes good. You know what? I'm going to put some more of this sauce on it. This doesn't have much flavour, so that sauce will take care of that. The texture is perfect though. So there you go, put some sauce in it now. Nice, good. Alright guys. I'll call it there for the video. This is going to be a really long video, but I'll tune back in with you guys when I'm back in Takamatsu or when I'm visiting the shrine. See you later. Bye. Okay, Elliot here. That was really good. Really enjoyed that. There was only one thing that I didn't fully finish, aside from the broth, just because, you know, I've got a belly. Which was the beef skewer, which I think was actually the most expensive item aside from the actual, you know, meal. It was 200 yen, so about £1. But like the tendon of it or whatever, because I think that it was the tendons. It was quite bouncy and chewy and just not in the most satisfying way for me, and there was very little flavour to it. It was mostly just a flavour of a broth. So those shirataki noodles or whatever that I had, those were good. They had a really satisfying bounce to them. It's odd how sometimes all these birds up on the power lines. Sometimes you want some bounce from your food, and sometimes even the same bounce just doesn't quite hit right with something slightly different. Either way, it was good. I'm not going to pop to that shrine because I was looking at the timings and the Takamatsu castle closes at 5. It is currently 17 past 3 and the next train is at, I think, 26 past. So in less than 10 minutes. And then after that, it's not until 4:26. And I think it takes about 45 minutes to get to Takamatsu proper. So if I want to see the park and actually, you know, the castle park and actually be able to go into it, I think I need to get there on this next train. So I'm making my way there. Got a bit of a wiggle on. I don't think it's that far away, so I think I should be able to make it in time. But if I don't, sorry guys, them the brakes. But yeah, so far, so good. Very satisfied with that meal of Sanuki Udon noodles. And I think, I could be very wrong, but I think perhaps the noodles are made there or perhaps made nearby and then bought there, because they were really good. Really satisfying. They definitely weren't hand cut like the ones that Lucas and I had last time, but they were very satisfying. I feel nice and full. To be honest, I doubt that I'll need any dinner tonight. Maybe I'll get like an onigiri from 7-Eleven or something, but I don't know if I even need that. Either way, guys, that'll be me for now. Next you see me should be at Takamatsu, because there's a train station there, and I've got like 7 minutes still. So yeah, easy peasy, not a problem. All right, guys, I'll catch you in a bit. Bye.
Sanuki に着きます。降り口は前側です。ドア付近のランプが点灯しましたら、ドア横の押しボタンでドアをお開けください。切符、運賃、整理券は運転士にお店の上。
Hey, so I've arrived back in Takamatsu and the time is 10 past 4. The train got in a little bit earlier, but I went for a cigarette. Here, just a short walk from a train station, is the kind of castle grounds area. So I'm going to go in, have a look. I'm not sure if there's an entry fee or not, but I've arrived just in time. We've still got a bit of light, so that's great. So I'm going to explore this, and then I'm going to go to the Pokemon Center again and pick up some more packs, because as I've said before, I have a problem. Although the problem isn't really not having enough packs. I've got loads of packs now. Although I don't think I've got any more of the Inferno X. So, well, maybe I've got 2 more packs. I'll have to look through some of the sealed bags. But, yeah. Either way. Yeah, wasn't best pleased at seeing that it said, you know, Takamatsu sucks, don't spend your money here, they don't care about you. And, I mean, I've not had any negative interactions whilst I've been here. I've not really had any negative interactions in Japan, to be honest. Maybe that's just because I'm happy-go-lucky traveller, you know, experiencing great hospitality. But, yeah. Either way, here we have me entering this area, and I wonder if there's an entrance fee. I think there probably is, so I'll stop recording just whilst I sort out that. See you in a bit. Okay, so I've entered the castle grounds, which was 200 yen. Not bad at all, £1 in order to go around this. There's some shrieking birds up there, which is cool. Right. Loads of nice flowers here. Not sure if they're real or if they're plastic. I mean, they look real with the pots. I'm surprised that they're still so colourful at this time of year. But I think they're obviously being protected or something. Not sure what that means exactly. But I'll keep on going this way. Oh, this is cool. There's some beautiful black fishes down here. And I think this is seawater in here. Yeah. So those must be saltwater fish. Oh, and I think, please purchase at Gacha Gacha. I think that you can get some fish food here that you can throw in for them. Yeah, lots and lots of pretty flower arrangements and bonsais and stuff here, which is nice. Gorgeous. Let's see, what's this? Sea bream feeding. Okay, so those were sea bream there. So this is Suimon, pleasure boat thing. There's Tsukimiyagura, open that way. It's open Sunday, so it won't be open today. Okay, so the Hyunkaku, which is the actual castle, you can't actually go into it. That's cool. Yeah. So I'm going to walk, check out that Tsukimiagura, and then check out those things. And there's some stepping stones and stuff that I can take to go around. Yeah. I think this is going to be a nice, relaxed little walk here. Ooh, what's this? Hunkaku Garden. Okay. So I guess this is one of the stepping stone paths. It's really very pretty. So I've immediately detoured from where I said that I was going to go. But you know, that's fine. This is why you tend to make loose plans, so that you can react and adjust as you need to. Wow. Yeah. Very pretty. So I guess this is the kind of like castle area, which, or I suppose not, maybe it's not a castle per se, but the area that you can't enter into. I'll come back around that way, so let's cross over this. Definitely a pretty garden area. Got to watch out for these. Thankfully, so far I've avoided properly beaming my head on anything. We'll see if I manage to make it the entire trip without getting a concussion. To be honest, I think my head is resilient enough, but even if I smack it hard, I should be fine. Some of you who know me know that I've got a pretty thick skull. And that's purely because I fractured it when I was very young. And I think that to compensate, my skull kind of grew a bit thicker or something. Okay. Watch your head, it says. I do need to watch my head. Okay. So I guess this is like one of the towers, maybe like a guard tower or something, that people would occupy to look out at sea and see if there are any invasion forces or anything coming. Obviously that's the gate into the actual structure. So designated as an important cultural property. What's this saying? Okay. I'm not sure entirely what this structure is for. I don't think that really explained it, but I'm going to go with my guess that it was here to look out, see, guard for any invasions, perhaps, you know, identify any ships coming in and grant them access into the area. Because as you can see here, it's got a great vantage point over the sea, and I suppose maybe coupled up with that one there. Yeah. Really cool. Lovely. let's have a look at just okay, so if I was to try and go through this, as you can see, my forehead makes direct contact there. Wow. You can see striation marks there from where I suppose the ground has likely been brushed to keep it clean. Wow. Lovely. Again, I've got no doubts that this has become an exceptionally long video. I'm not sure how long, but I think perhaps it's even going on towards closer to konnichiwa. I suppose it's probably going on closer towards 2 hours than it is 1 hour. Yeah. Another view of that stone lantern thing there. And this, I guess, is a little rest area. I mean, I imagine it would be a lovely spot to just have a little breather, much like the Ritz-Ring Garden. Let's go this way, see what's over this area. We obviously can't go in there, no trespassing, but I think standing in front of it and just getting a view should be fine. Nice little bit of garden there, and obviously some maintenance stuff happens there. I mean, for all I know, perhaps people are living in there. That samurai village that I went to in Kakunodate, in the little house there. Oops. Yeah, I get the feeling that I'm not to go this way. But that apparently still had the family living there behind some of the walls that we could see in the place. So, for all I know, perhaps this is still occupied. But I would be kind of surprised if it were. Especially what with these panels and stuff being open and able to be witnessed like this. No admittance except on business. Wow. It's very pretty, very traditional. Keep on making my way around. Konnichiwa. People have been very polite with me here in Takamatsu. Oh wow, so this is showing some of the restoration work that has been happening inside. So perhaps one of the reasons why it's not accessible is just because it's just because they're still doing maintenance work in there or something. Lovely. See part of the fortifications just there. Again, oh. I mean, the fact that they give this little pathway here, I think implies that you can walk up to this. Prohibition of footwear. So I think if I wanted to step onto this, then I can't wear footwear, or perhaps it's saying inside, but I doubt that I can actually go inside. I'll just stand on the stone. But yeah, very pretty. Kirei, ne? So I think if I want to go there for an observation thing, I'll have to come back on myself. But I'll do that later on. That's just a little pathway that leads close to there, but I don't think there's any view there in particular. And over here I think is the main gate and the main entry area. Yeah, so that's Sakura Gomon, and there's apparently magnificent stone walls back that way, so I may just do a little loop around, see those stone walls. Lots more flowers over here, looking beautiful. Hyunkaku. Okay, so the original Hyunkaku was actually 2 times larger than the present one in the same location. It was used as a regional government office and as a living place for the lord. But during the Meiji period, it was dismantled due to its deterioration. And later on, Yorinaga Matsudaira, head of a 12th head of the family and also the Speaker at the House of Peers, built the current Hyunkaku, spending over 3 years and a cost of excess of 150,000 yen, a considerable amount of money in those days. The construction was completed in 1917. Wow. Awesome. Apparently it's used for conferences and tea ceremonies and stuff. So that's really cool. It's owned by Takamatsu City, it says. It was passed over to them. Which is lovely. Seems there's an information desk there and some gachapons. Lots of little bonsais. Oh, which I think you can purchase. That's cool. I like that. If I took a bonsai, it would probably die in my hands though, so I'll spare the poor plants that horror. If anybody's seen Good Omens, you know, David Tennant's character, the way that he grows the plants there through fear and stuff. I think I'd probably be worse than that because he actually gets good results. Yeah, so here's the main gate. Just passing through that. I suppose I'm taking the side rather than the main one. When I come back, I'll pass through the main one. There's more gardens over there, it seems. More of the sea moat just there. Yeah, lovely. Some people doing maintenance work over here. And here's the magnificent stone walls. And another one of those traditional towers. Takamatsu Castle, Tamamo Park. Very nice. So I think this is another entrance that you can enter into the park by. And so yes, this is an Ushitora Yagura, so Ushitora turret. 3-story corner turret with 3-fold Sumi Yagura. Okay. So I'm just reading some of the details here. Ah, okay. The Yagura was moved to the right with an angle of 90 degrees in order to create a place from which rocks could be dropped on enemy troops. The structure of the Yagura features a large houndstooth gable stretching from the north to the south. There is a uniquely shaped door made of earth attached to the windows on each floor, and crenels, gun holes, facing towards the inside of the castle on the 2nd and 3rd floors. Okay, so yeah, these are defensive structures. Very cool. And I suppose this as well, this wall would have been placed there so as to funnel the troops, so that they'd have to pass by that with all the crenellations and stuff to try and take out any enemies that are trying to invade. Very cool. Sometimes when I look at these old castles and stuff, I try and put myself into the headspace of, you know, a soldier, an enemy soldier trying to invade, trying to overcome these fortifications. And some of them, it would be absolutely terrifying. Especially when you think about, you know, carrying armor and weapons and stuff and having to climb a mountain or something before you even get an attempt at attacking the castle. I'm sure the people would have been thoroughly exhausted. Yeah. Brill. Entering through the main gate this time rather than the little side one. We did that thing where we, you know, oh, am I going left or am I going right? Which way are you going? Yeah, lovely. So I think I'll go this way and I'll check out the observation platform, and then I will have checked out this castle properly. That looks like it'll be a nice little bridge to walk across as well. I look at that and whenever I see those kinds of structures, you know, those wooden bridges with the walls on the side and the roof and stuff, all I can think about is the bridge from Harry Potter. If people know what I'm talking about. I think in the final movie it's blown up by Seamus Finnegan. I think that takes place in the books as well. It's been a long time since I've read the books, although I used to read them very frequently. No, so I imagine that would be a pretty cool thing to walk through. It's a lovely little walk as well. Gotta make sure that I don't trip myself up here. Bit of a steep step down here. Excellent. Now I'm back to where I detoured onto the stepping stones originally, and I've just realised I have lost, I'm not sure when that happened, I've lost the backing of my Mera no Mi pin, which is a real shame. One, because I'm probably going to end up getting stabbed by it probably multiple times unless I remove it, which I'm remiss to do because you know, I like to show off my love of One Piece, but I also don't want to lose and here's a gacha to get the food for the carps or sea breams even. Yeah, I don't want to lose my my pin, especially as it was given to me by a friend. So I think I'm going to remove it. I'll put it in my pocket. I'll put it in my luggage when I get back to the place I'm staying. And I'll keep that safe and sound. I feel a little bit silly with myself for not noticing that I dropped it, especially as it means I've probably littered it somewhere. So I apologise for that. Oh well, such is life. Can't get hung up over these things. Okay, lovely. This is the walkway. And I'm not at risk of hitting my head here. For real. Beautiful. Okay. Ah. It looks like the observation thing is blocked off, perhaps. Oh no. No, that was just a trick of the eyes. I was looking at these bars that are across some of these stones here, and momentarily my eyes were telling me they were raised up and going across these, which led me to be confused as to how that guy was halfway up them. He's very uneven in height, so make sure you watch out. Okay. Ah, I can come up here to get a proper observation. I was going to say I couldn't see anything over the walls. Okay. It's quite a nice view. I think where these logs are would have been the supports for another tower, which would have been here. So it's pretty cool. There's obviously some construction work or something happening there. Not sure if they're expanding the moat or reclaiming it or something. But yeah, that's really cool. I don't know, maybe that can make a thumbnail. See, it's a big ship. I think that looks like a ferry of some sort that's coming into dock as well. Yeah, all in all, very satisfied with this experience. I've had a really good day, especially being able to make it back to Orange Town, recreate my old photo back there, and having some Sanuki Udon, which really filled a spot. But I think I'm going to sign off for now. Perhaps I will check back in when I'm back at the place that I'm staying, just to give a final recap for today, and guarantee that this video makes 2 hours. Wow. That being said, remember, people can always skip through it, turn up the playback speed or anything like that. I won't take any offence or anything, especially as I likely won't know. I mean, you can check out some stuff through YouTube analytics, but oftentimes it takes a while to update, and you know, even if people only tune in for a few minutes, I appreciate it anyways. Okay, well, that'll be me signing off for now. And if this is the end of the video, I hope you guys are doing great, because I am doing great. Bye. Hey guys, it's me. I'm back in the digs for tonight. Really comfy bed, by the way. Yeah, I've had a really good day, a really good time. Takamatsu has been great. I've had a really fantastic time here in Takamatsu. Tomorrow is going to start a little bit more of a hectic day as I go to Hiroshima, and I'll definitely visit the Pokemon Center there. I may make it to the castle. I need to look at what times the trains are and all that. Then I'm going to go to Fukuoka for the afternoon, evening, where I'm planning to go to Garden Bar, a bar that myself and my brother visited years ago in the past. I was talking about that earlier. And then after that, I'm carrying on for where I'm staying, which is between Fukuoka and Kumamoto. It may be a little bit longer before I upload this vlog or these vlogs, because I've got a lot of editing to do because they're very long, or at least this one is. And I don't know, maybe posting them every day is, you know, a little bit oversaturation. But either way, I'm sure it'll be really good fun, really cool. I'll try and get some more shots from the train journeys, like there and stuff, because I like that stuff. Yeah, regardless, I just want to say my experience of Japan, it's been good. Maybe I've got a bias because, you know, I'm quite tall, so I doubt people are really going to start stuff with me, but you never know. So like all my interactions have been positive, and yeah, you know, like maybe it's a bit of a foreigner factor coming in where, you know, people want to put their best foot forwards with visitors to the country and stuff. But if you're thinking about whether or not to visit Japan, if you're thinking about whether or not to visit Takamatsu, I'd definitely say, you know, if you got it in your budget and stuff, come. It's not too expensive, it's, you know, cool, it's easily walkable. Why not? Either way, that's going to be me for tonight. This is the end of the vlog. I need to go and do a bunch of laundry because I've only got one more clean shirt, or well, 2 more clean shirts, including the dress shirt, and 2 more pairs of socks and underwear. So yeah, I'm going to be going to a coin laundry, and it's got a dryer there as well. So that should have me sorted for the next leg of my journey. Either way, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys are doing great. I'm doing great. See you later. Bye.